the first half. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, could be Wayne!
I think I got my swagger back. Oh!
I love it, baby!
Them orange britches. Something about them orange britches.
Tennessee wins! By Tennessee, Jawan Jennings. Jennings makes the catch.
Ball hit high in the air into right field. Going back is Sayre. And Tennessee can say hello, win column. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. You can't draw it up any better.
We just won a basketball game, and we're very happy right now.
McGrath for the win. He got it. If you don't like college football and you watch this one, I'm not sure what your problem is.
Reddit did to do, and welcome into More Important Issues. It is Sunday, May 31st. I know.
Good game, Dale. Good game.
Thanks, man. I didn't get to play golf Saturday because of the rain. So, but listen, hey, I know everyone's ready to have a sad weekend. It's going to be a long 3 months and then maybe a long 6 months. I don't know. We'll see. I told Landon yesterday that I'm not ready for this football season currently. And I said that before just some dude gets on the radio and is like, yeah, Chaz Coleman's not even on the team anymore. It's been okay. So I was going to say it's been a good weekend. It's been an interesting weekend, but I will say this, shout out to Karen Weekly. Shout out to the Lady Vols softball. I've had such a fun weekend. Last night's game, walk off to dead center. And then all of the chaos. We had a Keith Hernandez Seinfeld episode happening with the ESPN breakdown of the handshake line this morning in the Nebraska-Texas game. Yeah, I've had so much fun. I've had this much fun hate watching a team in a long time. I've hate watched this Texas Tech UCLA game.
Oh yeah,
which by the way has another player that transferred to Texas Tech from an opponent. UCLA's ace transferred to Texas Tech this season.
Yeah, it's almost like they put a target on their own backs like that. It seems like a them problem. I don't know.
I mean, I didn't know all this. So hand up, I didn't know about the Pinnell dad. I didn't know Texas Tech paying people absurd amounts of money to play softball. I didn't know any of this until this week. I don't know if you had even heard I remember the story about tampering.
Yeah.
But I didn't remember who it was. I didn't know the dad involved. I didn't know it was Texas Tech paying people apparently $750,000. So I didn't know all the ins and outs of this. I didn't realize the big shenanigans that this has caused in the softball world.
Well, I mean, the big thing with Taylor Panel is like she was an All-American at Tennessee. They went to the semifinals last year, and then she just enters the portal and heads to Texas Tech, which
on a no contact.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was like 12 hours she committed after she announced she was in the portal.
And the dad goes on a tirade on Twitter because apparently Karen Weekly addressed with them like, you're not taking anybody else with you. Like we know they've offered you money before. They're allowed to talk to you, but like it kind of like stops and ends with you. And it's been an interesting 24 hours. Because of that, mainly. Obviously, the handshake line, which is, like I said, it's been a ton of fun.
When do we stop the handshake line? Does anything good come out of the handshake line?
Well, Landon, you see, sportsmanship. It's really, really important these days. Yeah. And I'm not saying it's not. I don't know if it helps any.
I mean, baseball, they don't do it. They do their own handshake line. They don't handshake other teams.
Thought at the end of the series they do.
Maybe they do.
If it's a one game, I don't know how that works.
I don't think they do.
I led with the Chaz story. Ronnie, what do you mean? That was like the first thing I said. It's also fake. So, I mean, or that's what's being said.
Yeah. I mean, just
also, hold on. Let's rate these two stories. So, and I'm not just talking about the handshake line because it comes with a full backstory. And it's not just the handshake line because ESPN comes out and does their own segment where they break down frame by frame the handshake line. So Chaz Coleman not showing up to campus finally shows up, and then Doug Matthews goes on 104.5 and says he's no longer on the team. So that's a story we've heard 1,000 times. I mean, let's be honest. Like we talked on Thursday. We were like, it is what it is. Another JJ Peterson. Okay. So let's rate those stories.
Out of what? Like
1 to 10, Chaz Coleman.
Okay, Chaz Coleman, 1 to 10, 4.
Especially after this spring.
Yeah.
If he had been like all good and good and going this spring, it's probably like an 8.
Right. Or
but
if
I was going to say 5, so I'm with you.
If he was an All-American, it might be a little different too. But there wasn't a ton of production. The only thing it was hopeful because he was good in limited playing time, but there's also limited playing time, so that I don't know. But he was rated high in the transfer portal, so you're like, hell yeah, give me that guy.
Yeah, and it's also not even the most dramatic offseason transfer portal news in Tennessee football history of the last 2 years. So,
sure.
Yeah, I mean, what are we doing? Now rank, and I think you have to rank the whole thing, the whole Texas Tech no contact, the tweets from the dad. Holy shit, for lack of a better word, he's crazy. He needs to be institutionalized.
Mm-hmm.
The handshake line. Karen Weekly building her own villain arc. Oh, wait, pause. She actually just said good game. And then you have Texas Tech starting this whole thing with Florida. Now I'm back on Florida's side about the whole thing. Now you have UCLA, but they're playing a former player. I don't know. It's a whole thing. So now rank that story because I think that's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say Billy Bob from Varsity Blues when he sees Miss Davis's dance. I give it a 10. A 10.
If you weren't invested in the softball in the Women's College World Series, which it's always one of my favorite weeks. It's a fun week. Like they're good games, and usually Tennessee's there, and that helps.
Yeah.
You should be invested now.
It's electric. And even like take out all that drama. That game was really awesome.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Usually it's awesome. And then you add this to the mix. And I'm like, because like I said, I hate watching this Texas Tech UCLA game. Texas Tech's up 1. They had a 2-run homer. Taylor Purnell couldn't score when she was up to bat with bases loaded, 2 outs. I hate to see that. That's tough. And UCLA's bases loaded now in the bottom of the 3rd. Now I'm hate watching. I hope Texas Tech loses. Ronnie mentioned it. Got that money though. Yeah. I don't feel bad talking shit about Taylor Purnell because her dad claims she's making $750,000 this year. Landon, I looked it up. Can you guess what Karen Weekly's base salary is?
Is it? I mean, she's been there a long time. Is it $500,000?
525 is what I saw quickly. So I know it's gonna be close to that. There may be lost in translation that Google AI stuff. A few things,
and maybe some incentives.
Well, that was base. That was just the base.
Okay,
yeah,
that
didn't include any incentives.
Okay.
So I'm going to take her. Her dad seems like an honest stand-up guy. I have no reason not to believe him. So we can't do this whole college athlete playing for the love of the game bullshit. They want to play when they're getting harped on. I think we get to say whatever we want about her within the bounds of sports. We get to say whatever we want about her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we can hate watch and not feel bad about it. I think like the whole transfer portal thing, like even if this didn't have the whole money thing attached to it, I think that is like a risk you take. Going to like you can't just expect nobody to say anything to you after you lose to the team that you transferred away from. And let's rewind this back to when Taylor Pannell was at Tennessee. She was an All-American,
right,
and entered the portal from a team that went to the semifinals last year to Texas Tech, who we know exactly what Texas Tech is doing. It looks like I don't know if this is sustainable because there is a little bit of no return on investment with Sorsby and stuff going on. So,
but I'm glad you mentioned we know what Texas Tech's doing. I think it's time we investigate Texas Tech. I think it's time, like Cash Patel, get in there. Something nefarious is going on. Like, what are they trying to hide? Why are they trying to blow this program up all of a sudden? This money's been there before. This isn't new money.
There's a guy on Twitter saying, like, I know for a fact Karen Weekly is a bully, and he owns some sort of, or he's a CEO of a oil company in Lubbock.
Good for him. Okay.
So yeah, but he also had 2.5 thousand followers. So is this all lie? I don't know what to believe anymore.
Maybe we don't need. Maybe he's a CIA asset. Maybe we don't need to get the government in on this. Maybe we're drawing attention to ourselves by saying that.
Yeah. It is crazy though. Like, we have all these cameras and we think like, oh, I can say this because no one will ever know.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And a lot of people are pointing out, by the way, someone said something. Someone probably said something to her. It looks like it. But also none of her teammates heard it. They all reacted to what she said. She pointed and was like, this is what they said. And then they're all like up in arms about it.
Yeah.
But it definitely wasn't Karen Weekly. And she very plainly, there's no way we can, you cannot reinterpret what she said. She said very plainly, Karen Weekly told me I made a mistake instead of saying good game.
Yeah. And maybe this was like foreshadowing. Like, the mistake is that you lied in a press conference.
Nice. Yeah. She can actually see into the future is the problem.
Yeah. You lied. That was your mistake.
Yep.
He tried to make this thing a thing, and there was nothing going on there.
Yeah. And I doubt they will win. If they win tonight, they have to beat Alabama twice. But it is possible, Landon, that Tennessee sees Texas Tech in the final series.
Yeah.
It is possible, which would be very tough for Tennessee, but it would be a lot of fun.
Sure, especially if you win.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think, like you point out to these Henry To'oTo'o, Taylor Panel, or Jonas Adu, like these guys that are girls go somewhere else and then play Tennessee and lose, like that is a risk.
And you're going to hear it. Like that. I was about to say, I think if I'm Taylor Panel and her dad and Texas Tech, I don't want to see Tennessee in the final series, whether it be because they don't make it or we don't make it. Because if I know one thing about the softball fans at Tennessee, they are a crazy bunch. They're going to have a chant ready for it.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to hear it all three if necessary games, if that is to happen.
Yeah, hopefully they do.
Wild.
Who does Tennessee plays Texas, don't they?
Tennessee plays Texas. So they're one win away from the final.
Yeah, Texas has to beat them twice.
Yeah. Love it.
Let's get it.
I said that. Shout out to Karen Weekly. Shout out to Rick Barnes. They have kept me from completely giving up on Tennessee sports. It's one of those, like, as soon as I'm ready to give up, I watched last night's game. They reeled me right back in. Yeah. I mean, I was on the couch like, this is it. We're going to lose this game, and I quit. I'm done. And then you get a win in the most exciting fashion.
If we're giving shout-outs, we got to give a shout-out to Emma Clark for that bomb in the bottom of the ninth.
It was, off the bat, gone.
Yeah. And there is a picture of her celebrating, and you see Taylor Panel, like, walking back to the dugout in the picture. Pretty sick. Yeah, I think you just got to be careful. We do have a special guest in here, Steven. My good man. Good to see you. He always like, hey, he always wants me to say his name on here. So there he goes. I did it.
What am I watching? UCLA lost to baseball. We're flipping to baseball. They lost to St. Mary's. I think they forced extras, didn't they?
They did.
And then they lost.
Yep.
Where's what game is Florida in right now? Because they're losing 16-9 on the top of the ninth.
Troy has to beat them twice. They have to play again tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oklahoma's up 10-8 on Georgia Tech right now, top of the fifth. Still a lot of baseball. They would have to beat them twice.
Yeah, this time of year is fun. I mean, it's not fun when you get bounced like Tennessee baseball did, but it is a fun time to watch sports.
Oh,
Even if
absolutely.
even if your team is not involved, I do think it is still a fun. Both of these tournaments, softball and baseball, are pretty fun to watch.
1,000%.
All right. Before we get into baseball, guys, I do have to tell you about our good friend Jennifer Morris. She's the best in the business, obviously. Go check her out today. Use that number 865-257-7897. She's with Keller Williams of Greater Knoxville, and that market it's kind of popping a little bit. So now might be the best time to reach out to her. And obviously, she's an avid Vols fan. She texted me the other day or yesterday, and she was like, "The Vols broke my heart," and I was like, "Yeah, they tend to do that."
Yeah.
Yeah, but she'll take
Been
care of
there.
you every step of the way. Take that stress off of you and handle everything you need her to handle. So again, go check out Jennifer Morris with Keller Williams for your real estate needs.
Go do it today.
Yep.
All right.
Man, it's crazy, dude. The number 1 overall seed.
It makes
Can't
me
win
feel
a
like
title?
it makes me feel a little bit better. I mean, Zerker talked about this on Thursday, how it's just a little bit more madness than normal with the roster limits, the transfer portal. The craziness has kind of just gotten crazier. So mix that with the craziness that took place in November, October, it makes me feel a lot better kind of where Tennessee's at. Not trying to make like, oh, it's okay. Not saying that, but it's just like, all right, like this isn't the end of the world kind of situation. Like it felt like yesterday.
Yeah, like I mean, it was 2 games you probably should have won. It was kind of that same team that we saw at the beginning of the season where the pitching was good enough, and the bats weren't there. They weren't consistent. They weren't. They were bad at situational hitting. I mean, you went 1 for 17 with runners in scoring position, and 31 strikeouts in 2 games.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, Friday, just when that game went into extras and kept going deeper and you kept having to, like, kind of felt like that was the end of the road right there anyways, like win or lose that game.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, I don't know how you felt.
Well, I mean, as soon as ECU and Tennessee, it looks like they kind of sold out to win that first game. You're like,
Yeah.
I mean, this is North Carolina's regional
Right.
to lose. I mean, that's that's what it felt like. But you didn't want to go over in a regional. That just is going to leave a sour taste in your mouth the entire offseason. Because I mean, like the end of the regular season, the bats were there. Like you felt good on your first 2 games with your 2 starters, and you know Appenzeller and Arvidsson, Bo Rudy was throwing well. So I mean, you were capable of winning 2 straight games, and I thought as bad as the bullpen has been, they gave up what was it 7 or it was 5 runs yesterday.
It was 7 on Friday.
Yeah. And 4 of those were in the 14th. Yeah. So you gave up in 13 innings, you gave up 3 runs. I mean, you gave up 12 total runs in 2 games. That feels like it should have been enough for Tennessee to win. And they were kind of 1 hit away in each of those games from winning it, and just couldn't find a hit when they needed to. So, yeah, it's just tough. That I mean, 31 strikeouts, that is a lot. I know they faced some good pitching, but I mean, this is a team who shelled Dylan Volantis 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Absolutely shelled him. They did the same with Mississippi State. I forget how you say it. It's almost like Volantis. It kind of reminds me of that. I mean, they shelled him. But I mean, I don't know. I think that VCU pitcher is really good. I think Norsby is also really good. But
I was as that game got deeper with Norsby, I was like, he was up to like 40 something pitches. I was like, oh, we've almost got him done. Then I went and looked at his pitch count for the year. He's thrown like 100 pitches plus in several games, thrown 80 plus in several games. I was like, we're not even close to done with this kid.
Yeah. I mean, he threw 99 on Sunday and then was thrown against Tennessee out of the bullpen. And again, that's just with him throwing that much, the more and more it was like, no matter who wins this game, it feels like North Carolina's just got the upper hand in it.
Right.
I do think I do have an issue with, and again, it was your offense who kind of wasn't there in these two games. And that was kind of the reason you lost. But I really don't understand with when Tegan Kuhns had to come out, you go Brady Frederick and Mark Hindy. Those are your two guys to bridge to Appenzeller. I mean, I'm almost like, hey, just ride Appenzeller.
Right.
If you're going to pitch him that much anyway, why didn't you just go to him to begin with? I mean, Mark Hindy hit 7.15 ERA. Brady Frederick isn't that bad, but man, in every SEC game, it feels like it's not good at all.
Right.
I don't know. I just felt like that was a weird. I don't know. I felt like you just could have done something better than that. If you're already going to throw your best arm, why didn't you just go to him to begin with? That when I saw both of them pitching, and it was the combination of the two. It wasn't like you went Brady Frederick to get one out, and then you went Appenzeller. You went Brady Frederick, and then you stuck Mark Hindy in there.
Right.
And thought it was going to be something different than what it was. And I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't even get to watch most of the VCU game because I watched the Champions League final that started at the same time that Arsenal lost in overtime. Yesterday really sucked until the softball game.
Yep.
Ronnie, this is what you wanted us to lead off with? Talking Chaz Coleman, which is a depressing topic as well. And golly.
In SEC play, Brady Frederick has a 15.75 ERA in 8 appearances. Mark Hindy, with 5 appearances in SEC play, has a 36 ERA. And season on the line, and you go to those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a wow moment. Maybe I'm thinking about that too much, and maybe there was a reason behind it, but I couldn't think of one. But it also felt like this whole entire season was just I don't know. It just felt like nothing could go your way.
It felt very much like one step forward, 2 steps back. Like anytime they would kind of gain ground, something would like reset it.
Mm-hmm.
And you were back to trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah, 100%.
It never felt like they got in a rhythm. It was just tough. It was tough. Well, and I hope we can look back on this year and say, that was a lot of learning curve. That was first year coach getting in late. I hope we can do that. Obviously, only time will tell. I know some people think they know it by now. They've already written the book on Josh Elander in their minds. And hey, maybe you'll be right in the end, but there's no way you know it.
Yeah, I mean,
we'll see.
It just felt like the entire year there was a roster issue. And if we're going to sit, we can sit here and blame Elander if we want to, but I mean, Tony Vitello put that roster together with the help of Elander. I mean, Elander's not. He had a hand in that, and so did Frank Anderson.
Right.
But you lose that, you lose Frank, you lose Q. Like, I think that was a lot right before the fall ended. You don't have a ton of time in the winter, and then it's springtime basically, and you're playing baseball. So I think Chad Zerker kind of brought it up. Just didn't have a ton of time to get everything in place after losing Tony Vitello. And it was like a couple weeks and you lost Frank Anderson and Q. It wasn't like they left at exactly the same time. It was a couple weeks after. So you continued to have to piece things together, and then you dealt with injuries to start. You dealt with arm soreness with Arvidsson. You dealt with Garrett Wright was out. You dealt with Blake Grimmer was out, and then they came back. And then you had, Tegan Kuhn's sick. He's set to start, and he's sick the day of your season on the line.
Yeah.
Landon Mack gets hurt, and was basically done for the rest of the season. So it just felt like every time you took a step forward, it was almost 2 steps back.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then they tried to. You want to build on you want to have that nucleus and build on that. That's how you won a national championship in 2024. That's how you won so many games in 2022. You had those core guys and you built around them. Well, in 2025, you didn't really have that. You didn't have that nucleus really in place. You thought you had it coming into this season with that sophomore class, and the sophomore class wasn't great. I mean, it took Levi Clark a ton to get going. Jay Abernathy didn't have a good season. Chris Newstrom basically unheard of after they played in Texas against UCLA and Arizona State and Virginia Tech. And then, I mean, Braden Krenzel wasn't good. I mean, you really got Manny Marin he had a pretty good season. Other than that, your sophomore class, him and Tegan Coons, I mean, Levi Clark got going at the end of the year. I just feel like his swing is just off to me. I think it's too long. He pops a lot of things up, but he was getting better as SEC play went on, which is crazy because you would think you rip stuff in the non-conference and then you kind of have a step back, which he did the exact opposite.
Right.
Blaine Brown wasn't good at all. I mean, he didn't even play the last game, got basically benched the last game of the season, which is crazy it took that long. But I don't know, just a lot of stuff just didn't go your way. And I don't think it's all Josh Elander's fault. It's not all Josh Elander's fault. I mean, how much blame are you willing to give? That's probably where your grade ends up being in this. A lot of people want to make the Michael Early comparison, especially when he got the job. You're like, oh God, I don't like this because Michael Early went away from a super in year 2.
I was gonna say I'm okay with that comparison currently. I mean, he also got farther than Early in his first year. So
yeah, Early won 11 games in the conference, didn't make the NCAA tournament. So Josh Elander definitely made it further than him in year 1. And then, I mean, this next year is where you're kind of going to be able to tell really what you have in Josh Elander, whether that's fair or not. Like, hey, you got a lot of stuff to work on. I think substitutions, I think you got to kind of manage like how long you're willing to ride with somebody. You got to completely redo that bullpen.
I think that was like this biggest, like, I probably not saying this the right way, but like almost like he got stabbed in the back by it. Like, kind of, you didn't know it was going to be that kind of trouble. And that really, because you mentioned a lot of things that Tennessee would do well and then turn around and struggle with. The bullpen was never there this year.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Monty asked a great question. Can we pull premium transfers without Tony? I mean, Tony was kind of your closer there. You saw the posts of him eating lunch or dinner or breakfast, with families of recruits and stuff like that. So we'll see. I mean,
I think the answer is yes, but
you're going to have to.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, you will have to, but I think the answer is yes.
Yeah, I think so too. I think with Kivid and Elander and Geralman, I think recruiting should not be an issue here. I mean, you've seen that so far with recruits. I mean, what about what Reese Chapman said after the game? He's like, that's my guy right there. I've known that man since I was 14 years old, and he's like family to me. I mean, that kind of means something. And I'll go ahead and say this. Shout out Reese Chapman, man. Like, he could have transferred. He could have left. But he stuck it out, won a national championship. And, I mean, he had a really good season. I hope he gets drafted. I know he doesn't have a ton of leverage because he's a senior, but I think a left-handed bat that's a really good outfielder. Obviously, you saw the throw he made.
I was going to say, if anything, we got that last throw down to home. Sign me up. Like that was
Yep.
a good memory.
Yeah.
We also almost got an identical play in the softball game. It was Taylor Purnell, by the way, which sucks. That was a crazy play.
And Garrett Wright had a really good throw in
Yeah.
game 2. Threw somebody out. So shout out to the defense. I thought they were really good. I think that's something to kind of build on. I think they brought up the name. It was like the Misfit Toys, and it was guys that just hadn't played a ton at that position, but was one of the best in the country defensively. So that's something to build on. I mean, they have to retain too. Like you want to keep Appenzeller, you want to keep Grinlinger. I think Levi Clark can be really good. I think you want to keep him, Landon Mack. And then, I mean, kind of piece it together after that. Like Stone Lawless, Blake Grimmer, what do those guys do? They might have an opportunity for pro ball. Can you convince them to come back? I don't think you're convincing Garrett Wright to come back, but that would be sick.
Apparently a lot of money out there, so who knows? More money than I realized.
Yeah. I mean, maybe transfer to Texas Tech softball. They got money for you.
For days.
Yeah, and also think like you got to find more toughness. Whether that's in the people you recruit or whatever, there needs to be more toughness with this team. I think Tennessee did a really good job recruiting out of the portal with a guy like Garrett Wright, who I think they didn't really know what they were getting. They just thought he was a good defensive guy that could help at catcher and maybe help in the field somewhere because he can play outfield. But, dude, he was probably your best player.
Sure. Definitely this weekend.
Yeah. I mean, Henry Ford, like he had an okay season, pretty good. But, I mean, Blaine Brown, you kind of whiffed on that. Finley Bates didn't have an impact. So, like, the batch you got out of the portal, besides those two guys, it was kind of a struggle. Tyler Myatt didn't have much of an impact other than pinch hitting.
Yeah.
So I think there just needs to be a better plan next season of how you're able to build around the guys that you have.
Sure. Let me hear your grade. Give me your grade for the season.
I think it's changed.
Yeah, this
past 2 games.
This last weekend put a damper on it for sure.
Yeah, I think I would go give me a B minus. I was probably at a B. I'm going to go B minus.
I was at a B minus, and in my head I was thinking, I believe, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it depends on how you get eliminated, but I think even if you're playing on Sunday, if you got one win, I think I'd probably give this team a B plus for the way they kind of turned things around, got to where they were late in the season. Like I'd probably give them a B plus if you're playing on Sunday in the regional.
Yeah. Yeah, Monty gives it a C, and I think it's
fair. It's a passing grade for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe not a great passing grade, but I think it's a passing grade.
Yeah, a lot of stuff didn't go your way, and that probably plays part in it. But, I mean, you're the head guy, so there's not a lot of excuses anymore for that. And, like, I think it does say something. You made it to a regional, and people are giving you a C for it. It tells you where this program has come since 2018, basically. 2019 was that first. You didn't make it out of that regional either. You did win a few games to get to a final, but didn't win that regional. And so next year reality, 2019, I know 2020, that season doesn't count, but the next opportunity, you did make it to Omaha. So
right.
If we're making those comparisons, like that should be the goal every year is Omaha, and you didn't reach that goal. So that's why people are giving you a C. And I think it's probably a lot harder now to get to Omaha. I mean, you look, UCLA just got bounced. I think the roster cuts have a lot to do with that because there is more like that Eli Holbert guy throwing 95 from the right side with a wipeout slider. What? Like that's insane to me that like VCU, a 4 seed, has a guy throwing like that in game 2.
Yeah.
ECU can bring in Norsby, who's probably going to be a first rounder out of the bullpen in game one. I mean, it's just a little different than what you see out of teams in the midweeks. You're like, okay, well, they don't have a ton of pitching. Like, I mean, they might have one guy that throws like 90 something, but he can't control it. Like, there's a reason why he's at this school. I think there's going to be a ton of that across college baseball. A ton of upsets. I mean, you saw that in the midweeks. There's a lot more upsets. I think there's more parity because of the roster cuts.
Right.
Which makes it a good product, but it's also makes it harder to win and be consistent.
Agreed. Yeah. I mean, we'll see if more chaos brings. I was kind of flipping through to obviously pretty chaotic regional. So it's going to be Auburn and UCF are playing for elimination right now to try to force a second game of Milwaukee. You have who was the other one? Kentucky, which I think a lot of people not entirely shocked by, but Kentucky's probably going to win that regional, the Morgantown regional.
Well, I mean, they shouldn't have been in the tournament in
right.
reality.
Right. Southern Miss is eliminated, and it's going to be Little Rock or Jackson State to make it out of that, the Hattiesburg regional. Troy forced, if necessary, game with Florida tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, that's not to mention the teams that have won. And then, yeah, UCLA is eliminated. It's going to be Cal Poly or St. Mary out of the Los Angeles regional. So,
yeah, Arkansas is getting beat, so they're probably done.
And then, they're getting thrashed.
It's 11-5, yes.
And then Oklahoma's trying to force an if necessary game in Atlanta. So, yeah, fun time of year. Fun time of year.
Arizona State's up on Ole Miss. Did you see that?
Is that elimination? Is that Ole Miss eliminated? No, they don't have any losses yet, right?
Yeah. Did you see what Arizona State? What happened to them earlier?
No.
So their best player, Landon Hairston, sick name, playing Nebraska. He's one of the best players in the country. And basically, like inside pitch, he does the bat like this, kind of move out of the way. He goes to like kind of toss it, thinking it's ball 4. They ring him up. He throws it up in the air, and they toss him. And so then he's out for the next game.
Is that this game or was that game 1?
This was against Nebraska because they were in the losers bracket. So
right, so he's out. He's out for this game.
This Ole Miss game, yes.
Okay. Jeez.
And then did you see Trey Phelps, Scott?
I was gonna mention Trey Phelps, which I never got to see a second shot of the dugout. There was a Georgia fan claiming that he was, it might have been Wes Johnson claiming that he was just talking to his parents. He spent, of the 90 feet, he probably spent like what, 85 feet turned towards the dugout?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying he should have
right
been
there behind the dugout and expect. I mean, he also waved goodbye to like the first baseman. So.
He took his time.
Mm-hmm.
I do think there needs to be room for. And listen, I would like to hear the context of the game. Had there been warnings? Had it been a chirpy game? If it hadn't been, I'd say enough is like, you see it all the time. Umpires kind of following them up the baseline, like get going, Yeah. And it didn't look like he did that, the umpire. Mm-hmm. So don't love the ejection, but I don't know if you spend all 90 feet going to first, turn toward the dugout.
Well, the dumb thing is like, if you're going to do it, if you're going to eject somebody in that moment, you got to do it in the moment. You can't come as a group and decide, hey, yeah, we probably need to eject him. eject him for unsportsmanlike conduct. Okay,
Yeah, I think a warning there. And again, I think you got to follow him up the baseline before you eject him too. You got to try to get him going.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
As annoying as that is, if you're thinking about ejecting him, I think you have to try that first.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm all the time
It also seems like, in my view of the play, it seems like the second baseman took exception to something he said and got in the umpire's ear about it.
Little tattle.
Little tattletale. And listen, I don't think Wes Johnson got enough of the umpires. He went back for seconds and maybe even thirds. I think that's when you stay out on the field till the police haul you off.
Yeah, agreed.
I told Sam got a similar red card in the state finals last year, and I said, I don't think you got your money's worth. That's a $250 fine. I think you stay there.
It's a $250 fine to get a red card?
For a coach to get a red card, yeah.
Jeez.
More important is you paid for it. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's right off. Worth it.
I told the AD as we were leaving, I said, don't let Sam pay for that. I'm taking care of it.
next time
he
you do,
he did get some money's worth, which I was proud of.
Like, Sam, you can get a red card, but you better win the game or we're not covered.
Fair enough. I do think he got some of his money's worth. I think he could have gotten more. I think there was a couple hundred left on the table that he should have gotten. But yeah, if he ejects you that early, I think you got to earn it.
I feel like he's a lot more. He seems more calm.
That's what's crazy is that, like I said, that was
I feel like you would definitely get your money's worth. Sam seems to be more calm than you.
Yeah, and I wouldn't. That's the thing is, like, if you're going to eject me, and I would clarify, I'm already gone. All right, let's do this. Like,
well, that's what Wes Johnson did today.
Yeah, exactly.
He went down the steps in the dugout and then came back out. He was
and then I think he turned
maybe
again.
I want a little bit more.
I think he turned again to go and was like, nope, one more thing.
Yeah, I want dessert.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I do think overall that's Bush League. Again, it's one of those things. It's like, it's like a lot of the times, like it's like the Drew Gilbert one. I'm like, just maybe don't say that, and you don't have to play that game. Do I think it's Bush League? Probably, but you got to be. I don't know. He wasn't just blowing kisses to his parents. That's kind of a Bush League story too.
Yeah, he waved goodbye to the first. He waved goodbye to all of them. My goodness. The umpire
he knew he was getting ejected. He was like,
the umpire did go push him on.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Did he keep going? I didn't see that angle.
He kind of stopped a little, as he's turning the umpires, because he did kind of start trotting, and then he turned to the dugout and started.
And then the umpire got him going around the bases?
He did that first. Out of the box, the umpire was like, hey, go.
Oh, yeah. See, I think you got to follow him up there if you're thinking about ejecting him. I think you got to. We've seen that. As Tennessee fans, we've seen that a lot.
Yeah. I do every time we do something like that, I'm like, all right, go. I just get a little nervous inside that something's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that. Yeah. Oh, did you see the guy that got freaking beamed in the face from a home run ball?
No.
Oh my god.
Wait, was it the guy sitting on the wall?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think I realized he got hit. I saw someone say he's got to have better reactions. I thought it landed next to him. I didn't realize he got hit.
No, just don't.
Oh my gosh. Ugh.
Yeah. Not even paying attention. What
game was that? What game was that in?
I'm not sure.
I think it was a team of maroon colors, wasn't it? Because there was a guy in the bullpen, right?
Was it Arkansas? It doesn't seem right. I don't know who it was.
I do love that about college baseball. It's 9 times out of 10, you're going to get the most grainy video of all time to look at a replay of. Because it's someone filming on a stream.
Jeez.
Dude, I love UCLA's colors. Just need to say that.
Nico effect.
Let's talk a little football. Speaking of Nico, I also love that I saw someone talking about the Chaz Coleman situation, and they said, I'll wait to hear from Bitch Nako. So I was like, I love that that's become his name. It's a guy we hate too that made it up, but it just stuck. It's tough. Like that nickname's gonna stick. Sorry, bud.
Yeah. With all due respect.
With all due respect. All right, we're gonna rank some football games, and so we talked about this. I just did 1 through 10. I left off Furman and Kennesaw State.
Okay.
I guess you can go ahead and put them at 11 and 12, whichever order you want to go. Of excitement / most important I don't know. We made this list our own, I guess, in a way. So I'm interested to see your perspective of the list. I'm going to go ahead and kick off 1 for me, and we'll just go 1-1, 1-1, 1-1-1. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
My first one's Auburn. The reason being, it is a home game. It is going to be, I think, some excitement. You've got former coach that's actually loved, and I'm curious if that'll stick because Golish has a little bit of that like Lane Kiffin like ego to him to a degree. Like he'll talk his shit type deal, you know. Like if something happens in the pregame or something said or something done, like he'll air that out.
He's publicly. A little petty.
Yeah. And so I think he could leave Neyland hated. I think it's very possible.
Okay.
So I think there's like a little juice there. I also think it's a game Tennessee should win. Tennessee needs to win. So I think it's really, really important on that scale. So that's why I put it number 1. Like all those factors going into it makes it the number 1 like game for me.
Okay. That's interesting. I did not expect. I thought we'd have like similar 1, 2, 3.
I think it depends on how we grade them out. That's why I'm interested to see like how you grade it, because all mine are going to be graded in that like hype, importance, like neat must-win factor.
Okay. Yeah. Auburn need to take care of that one, especially like what you have coming in at home. Like that needs to be a win.
Placement of the season too. That is kind of middle of the season, but it's your second big home game. It's your second SEC home game.
Okay.
So it could really set the stage for the rest of the season.
Yeah. I think my number 1 is I think it's obvious. It'd probably be most people's number 1. LSU at home is gonna be crazy.
That one's okay. So let me hear why.
Well, I mean, obviously, like the Lane Kiffin thing is big. I also just think like the last time LSU came to Tennessee was a downpour, right?
It was 2018.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I feel like these two fan bases.
2017.
Yeah, I feel like the two fan bases are kind of similar. Like they are a little bit too crazy at times. They also get butt hurt very easily.
Prediction, by the way, I don't know if it'll be that kind of rain. It'll rain again. It's November in Knoxville. It'll rain again.
Yeah. Also, like you mentioned, like where it is in the season. Like maybe I'm thinking differently when we get to that point. But if Tennessee they take care of business and at least the home games, like that could set up to be a big game for Tennessee. I'm not going to sit here and predict Tennessee to go to a college football playoff with 12 teams, 10 teams really, if we're being honest. But yeah, I think LSU is up there for me. What does Sam Leavitt look like? Like that is obviously like you have that factor. Tennessee, you have Lane Kiffin going to the Knoxville airport to visit with him, whatever. I just think there could be a lot riding on that one. And and you let that little sneak get away with what he got away with in what was that 2021?
Yeah.
No more.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that one's low down for me because it's later in the season. I think Tennessee's got to win a lot for it to even be like for me to even blink at personally.
Yeah. Okay.
What's your number 2?
Number 2, I got Bama.
Okay. Same for me.
Okay.
Placement, middle of the schedule there. It's a home game.
Rivalry,
excitement. And I think at this point, because of we know Tennessee can beat Alabama at home, I think it's in the must-win column.
Ooh, okay.
When you look at the rest of the schedule, I think it is.
New quarterback.
We know it's doable.
Yeah. They got a new quarter. They're breaking in a new quarterback as well. So, they're not the Alabama of old that I'm just like, they're scary. They might be good, but they're not scary or unbeatable anymore.
And by October, I could totally flip on the must-win. But looking at the schedule now, and I'm seeing where Tennessee has to win these games, knowing they can win that game in Knoxville, it's been done. Right now, it's in that category for me. That's why it's at number 2.
Still can't believe that team lost to Florida State to begin the season. Maybe we should start welcoming them early in the season.
Yeah, we do get an ACC matchup that we could lose to. It'd be very easy to lose.
Sure.
My number 3, it is later in the season, so grand scheme of things may not matter type deal. But after last year, and I think outside trajectory of the program, the view of it, the rivalry factor, this is a hot take. I think it's Vanderbilt. I think you cannot trip up on the road at Vanderbilt this year.
Okay.
That will not change my mind. There will never be a day that I will not say Vanderbilt's a must win for Tennessee.
Okay. Yeah, that is going to be a big game. It was hard. I almost want to put that at 3, but I have it at 4.
Okay.
So my 3 would be Texas.
Okay.
I think where it is, first SEC game, they got to come here. Obviously, the Manning thing will be a storyline, even though it's not much of a story. And as much as Tennessee has expectations and there needs to be wins this season. This is a big year for Josh Heupel. Is it not also a huge year for Texas? I mean, they keep saying they're back, but are they?
I mean, they've been back for 10 years, so
yeah.
I don't. They've been sorry, they haven't been back for 10 years. They've been saying they're back for 10 years.
Well, they get all these star recruits and everything like that, and they're not really that close to winning a national championship. They're not any closer than Tennessee, to be honest. I think they've been to one college football playoff.
I think outside view, yes, they are, but when you look at the body of work, not really. No.
Yeah, they've done less with more. For sure. And we want to sit here and claim Sark is one of the best college football coaches. Same with Dan Lanning, but neither one of those guys have won anything.
Yeah, he's kind of like Heupel. He has situations where he's a really good play caller and others that I think he's absolute shit. So
yeah, agreed.
And you said your number 4 is Vandy?
Yeah, it is. Just got to win.
Same deal. One. Yeah, I got to win it. Yeah.
They got a freshman quarterback. We might have one as well, but
and they have, in my opinion, talking about that outside perspective, they have the more what you would associate with Tennessee. He's a Tennessee kid. You would associate that guy going to the University of Tennessee before Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important you beat that kid.
Yeah.
My number 4, because of where it's out on the schedule, if this was probably anywhere else, it would be much lower. It's Georgia Tech at Georgia Tech. I think it's Power 5. Power 4, whatever opponent. It is on the road. It is your first big game. I think that helps get the season started in a huge way if you go and beat a team that's probably really in a similar spot as you, trying to really it had some good seasons, but really trying to claw back to relevancy in a full way. A lot of program similarities in that regard. I think that sets you up in a good spot and kind of kicks off to I think my number 5 could be lower if you don't win that game, because I don't know. It's going to be a weird one. We'll kind of see what it brings. I've got Texas at number 5 for pretty much all the reasons you stated. It's early on. I don't think it's as winnable as the Auburn game, and that's why it's not up there being the start of SEC play for me. But it is a winnable game. It is at home, and that would be a huge one to get your season started on the right foot. So Texas is 5 for me.
Okay. 5 for me would be, I'm going to go Georgia Tech at 5. I think it is early in the season, and Georgia Tech, they've been competitive and pretty good because really tough.
Yeah.
It's a tough team. I think Tennessee, their biggest flaw is like they haven't been as mentally tough as you like with the penalties and stuff like that. So kind of two like opposites going against one another. I'm interested to see kind of how that works out. Obviously, they're not super dynamic. I mean, their quarterback is going to be somebody he's just the brother of Fernando Mendoza. We don't know really much about him other than that. So, um, I think that's got to be a win. Like that is a tone setter for the season.
Sure.
So I got them at 5.
Who's your number 6?
6, I got Auburn.
Okay.
I just keep hearing all this hype about Auburn. I don't know why. Like I think
you believe in it?
no, hell no.
Oh,
I think
okay.
Byron Brown is good at USF. Have you seen him throw? It looks terrible. So I don't know.
Well, let me
I
go
just-
ahead and stay. He'll probably light us up in that then. So, okay.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, I just think they're probably gonna that adjustment should struggle.
Yeah.
I mean, their whole offense was trying to get the ball to Cam Coleman.
Right.
And he's gone. So they have Jeremiah Cobb at running back and Byron Brown at I don't really know much about him other than that. And I think this is one where Heupel should have more athletes and better players than Auburn. And if the play calling or the offense or the scheme is similar, I think Heupel should win that game.
Agreed.
And it's
Agreed.
out.
I have Arkansas at number 6. Again, early in that schedule. That's why it's so high for me. They're breaking in a new quarterback, new coach, but Tennessee can't win at all at Arkansas. They can't win in Fayetteville in anything. So I think it's going to be a really tough test for that reason. I'm sure that'll linger in the back of at least the coaching staff's mind, their last visit there as a top 10 team. I think that's a game looking at if you want a successful season, that's a game that's winnable that you have to win. I think it's in the must win category.
Yeah.
Kentucky is number 7. Breaking in a new coach. Tennessee should beat Kentucky. It's at home. I don't view this game as a big deal because I think Tennessee will win it on paper right now if you look at it, but that's why they're higher than 8, 9, and 10 for me, is that they should win it.
Okay. 7, I got. Am I at 7? Is that where?
Yes, you're at 7. You're going to do 7 and 8 here for me.
7, I'm at South Carolina.
Okay.
I just think. I mean, Beamer might not even be here by then. But I do think they have some. Obviously, they got Lenora Sellers back. Nick Harbor is somebody that I don't know. Jalen Hyatt got a lot of flack for only running a go route, but that's literally the only thing he runs. I just think like there is potential there for them to be okay. Like they are kind of dangerous, but it's also like. You know what happened in 2022. Like no one has to remind this team what happened in 2022
Right.
at South Carolina. So you need to go and get some revenge, much like that Arkansas team you lost to in, what was that, 2024? Like there needs to be a revenge factor at those two places. So I think South Carolina could be a decent team, but where they are on the schedule, like they could be like just ready to wrap this thing up too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, I've got South Carolina, or sorry, that was your 7. Who's your 8?
My 8 is A&M.
Okay.
And that's on the road. Like it probably doesn't mean a whole lot, but that is a tough game on the schedule. Like if you could somehow win that, I think it could make up for maybe a slip up somewhere else. Also, like they have really good players. They recruit well, but they also have like, I mean, another quarterback's like decent, but he's not phenomenal either. Like he is very limited throwing the football down the field.
Sure.
Now he can run and make plays with his legs, but I mean, pushing the ball down the field is going to be an issue for him. Also, Tennessee kid. that you're like, I mean, why didn't we go after him instead of Nico? And that's going to be the thing with Jared Curtis. Like, everybody's going to be like, if Faison Brandon doesn't kind of like show out and have a pretty decent season if he is a starting quarterback, I think a lot of people are going to ask that question. Why didn't we try to go after Jared Curtis, who was right in our backyard?
Right.
Backyard meaning he was 3 hours away, but still.
Well, you didn't say front yard. You said backyard.
Okay.
I'm with
Big
you.
yard. Big yard.
I'm with you. Yeah. Number 8, I have South Carolina for all the reasons you mentioned. I mean, it's up there. I think it should be a very winnable game. Hopefully don't struggle as much as you did last time you were in Columbia. I hope Shane Beamer's there. I'd like to beat Shane Beamer one more time. I would like to be his retirement party. Sort of. I doubt he retires. He's pretty young, but it may be a send-off party. We'll call it a send-off party.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Number 9 for me, because we'll see how winnable it is. That, like, the winnable factor for me is not quite there yet. LSU.
Okay, you're all the way at 9. Okay.
It's late in the season, so like even if you win, it's not a huge. If you're in playoff contention, obviously it's a huge win. But are you going to be in playoff contention then? I don't know. So like I was looking at it from the most important factor. Not there. If you're not having a great season, the juice for it being a home game is not going to be there. It's not a rivalry by any means. I think there's still a way too sizable segment of this fan base that likes Lane Kiffin, and that pisses me off. So I don't know if it'll carry that juice or not. Now, if you're 8 and what would you be at that point? This would be your 9th game. So if you're or your 10th game. Sorry, I can't count. This should be your 11th game. If you're 8-2, 9-1 or something going to that game, yeah, that's a huge game. Like that bumps it up to if you told me that, and if you tell me that right now, like that's your number 1 game.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if I doubt Tennessee will be there. And then they talking about on paper right now, LSU's flat out better than us. So like winnable factor isn't there. That it's just not that doesn't carry huge weight for me right now. So yeah. Obviously in a perfect world, this game will carry a ton of juice.
Okay.
But I'm not there yet. So yeah, number 9 for me right now.
All right. My number 9 is Kentucky.
Fair. That's all you needed to say.
Yeah, you got to win that game. Got to win that game. It's a different regime there, and I know they're excited for Will Stein, but you beat Kentucky no matter who the coach is.
Agreed.
Who's their quarterback? Do we know who their quarterback is?
It's a transfer shock. I know.
Yeah, I know. They've done really well.
I can't remember who it is now. Should we call Austin White?
Yeah, you
find out.
He's probably already out on Kentucky football.
Honestly, the name Will Stein sounds like a Kentucky transfer quarterback.
It might be him. Was South Carolina had an assistant coach play quarterback?
Yep. Who's your number 10? I can't remember who I didn't hear you say.
Arkansas. I just think there is that revenge. Oh, it's Kenny Minchie.
Okay.
Also Tennessee kid. Don't
you dare say, Tennessee's going to win in Fayetteville. Like this is.
I'm not saying that, but like, I mean, at least that there was Sam Pittman there. At least there was some sort of Tennessee title when he played them last. I mean, I don't. Is Arkansas even going to have a team at this point?
Are they on the Kim Caldwell train right now?
No, I just think when you it's kind of. As much as I talk about Arkansas just bringing the Memphis kids and hoping that it works in the SEC, is Auburn kind of not doing the same thing?
Very similar, yeah.
I don't know. I just don't think there's a ton of juice to this one other than you lost there in 2024. So, and that caused us to not have a home playoff game. So,
sure. My number 10 is Texas A&M, similar to the LSU story, just not going to carry a ton of juice. Not a rivalry, not a must win right now.
If we go, then does that?
If we go to that game, I would probably bump everybody down one, and I'd put it at number 5. I'd put it number 4 or 5. 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 I put it at number 5, and I moved Texas down to 6, and everyone
Okay.
else behind them. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll go. If you want to go, I'll book plane tickets tonight. I got to get TSA pre-check. The lines at McGee Tyson are crazy.
Really?
I'm flying out in like 2 weeks. Hopefully I can have it by then. I've read it could take 4 to 5 days. It could take up to 3 months to get. I know which one I stand on that it would take if I tried to do it, but
You need that Lane Kiffin treatment. You can just walk through the airport.
I still don't think he came to the Knoxville airport. You saw the research I did. I do not believe he was here.
It is a wild thing to bring an opposing coach on a recruiting visit, but whatever.
It sounds like something a gambler would do, in my opinion.
Yeah.
We need to check his FanDuel accounts.
Yeah. Well, that's our list. That was fun. We need to get Trey's list when Trey is packing for the beach. He leaves for the beach this week, so hopefully
his Ole Miss list or Tennessee list?
Tennessee. I know what his number 1 is.
We are supposed to be going to that game. Are we? I guess I need to sit down with him.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd probably have to pick one.
Dude, just bring him to the LSU game. Just bring.
Yeah.
Bring Ace on. He'll get showered in beer. It'll be a fun first experience for him.
I was like a month ago. I was like, dude, he's sleeping good. Like, and now he's not. I'm like,
oh, that's tough. If you had to choose right now, a road trip to go to right now, away game to go to right now, Ole Miss and LSU or Tennessee and A&M?
Just kind of knowing that Tennessee's probably going to lose that game, probably.
I think
LSU.
I know what my decision would be, and I think it's the right decision.
But I'm also like, it's one of those things where like, I kind of have that list. I just need to knock it off.
But if we lose, it'll be.
I know you've already been there, so that probably factors in.
That probably does factor in.
Where are we going next year? We going to Texas?
Remember. Probably. You want to? I mean, you want to stay in Austin this year?
We'll see what happens. I had something to ask you. Oh, gun to your head, Chaz Coleman play for Tennessee?
No. I think that's the funny thing. If I'm Josh Heupel, I'm like, I've seen this story before. I am officially cutting you. Like, I'm not doing this. Sorry. See.
Yeah. I mean, he's supposed to show back on Wednesday. He didn't show up till Friday. Like, I mean, this is I know it's not exactly the Boo Carter stuff, but he's a guy that you're depending on, which at what point does it start to piss off the other players? Like, what are we waiting on here?
Right.
And it seemed like it was a mistake to let Boo Carter continue with Tennessee last year. I don't know if you want that same thing. I understand, like, a lot of people were, we're paying him all this money, blah, blah. Number one, like, it's not coming out of your pocket. And now it looks like it's not even a money thing. Like, they're not paying him. Like,
I don't understand
the funds have halted. I thought we couldn't do this whole pay for play, but
I don't know. I don't understand any of it. And I wouldn't deal with this situation. I'd pay you $1 million to go away at this point, I think.
Yeah. Oh, did you see this? I think we have found a loophole. I don't know for how long, but there is a loophole, Caleb.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I know what you're talking about. It's not going to work. They're going to say you're not eligible until track season. It's not going to work.
Dude, that's insane, isn't it?
No, because it's not going to work. There's definitely some rule already about it.
It's a great thought, though.
Yeah, no, A for effort, but you're an eligible kid.
I was trying to find like who it was.
I can't remember now either.
Someone said there's a kid from UCLA transferring, but he's entering the portal as a track athlete who also plays football.
I think that's going to be the thing is like, was he a track athlete this past spring? If he wasn't, I think there's got to be a rule already in place for that. Surely.
Yeah. Oh, it was Carson Gordon. He's a UCLA quarterback.
Oh, a UCLA quarterback transferring, you say? Could he be a Tennessee football athlete or Tennessee track athlete?
Maybe. Could you imagine Joey being a track athlete?
I think if the NCAA accepts it, they have to make him compete in a full track season. Like, he has to be at every event. Even if he's injured, he's got to run through it or throw through it or whatever. He's got to do an event at every track event.
I agree. I'm trying to see it like it. Okay. Texas Gatorade Boys Track and Field Player of the Year in 2022 and 2023.
But did he run at UCLA? Is he a freshman?
He's a sophomore.
Yeah. So did he run at UCLA?
I don't see that. I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's an easy no-go. I mean, they'll probably sue him and claim mental health issues like they are with Sorsby.
Some lawyer's trying to make a case right now for it.
Which I'm like, I would love for a judge to be like, oh, you got a mental health problem? Institutionalized. Good luck.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. Let's get out of here. Let's have a good week.
Yep. Guys, thank y'all so much.
Let's beat Texas tomorrow.
Let's do it.
It looks like Texas Tech is going to be UCLA unless something crazy's happened since I saw.
Careful on those handshake lines. You never know.
Yeah, that's right.
Guys, go check out our good friends at Hovey Dry Goods, hoveydrygoods.com. Use promo code MORE for 15% off that purchase. Caleb's got his on. I got mine on.
I've worn a Hovey hat every day this weekend.
Let's go.
I wore the CFC one
twice
Saturday. I was counting Friday night too.
Okay.
And Saturday I wore two different Hovey hats.
Okay.
Friday and Saturday morning I wore the same Hovey hat out and about.
I wore that one today.
Nice.
Actually. Yep. Yeah, it's like there's especially with a kid, like when I go out, like I'm looking rough, so I'm usually just throwing a hat on. I'm not trying to do all that. I ain't got time for it. So yeah, go check them out. Use that promo code MORE, 15% off. Also rowback.com, use promo code MORE for 20% off that first purchase. Do that today. Go check them out. Great stuff over there. Thank y'all again for listening. We'll be back on Thursday talking probably more softball drama. I'm here for it. So tune in for that and everything else we got going on. Chaz Coleman, I'm sure there'll be some sort of update or rumor going around. So can't wait. Thanks again. We're bringing the boat in and we out.
Home run slam dunks, give him 6. Boys at MII, they got your big orange face. All year long is the place to be, to hear some balls for life, talking Tennessee. You can hate us if you want, but we sure